All right, you know your nationality, my brother? No. So if I ask you what's your nationality, what would you say? What would you say? You wouldn't know? Who is your father? What race is your father? Black. So most of us would say black, right? Is there a nation called black? It is? Is there a landmass called black? Is there a language called black? So is black really a thing? No. So I'm going to ask you again, what is your nationality? Most of us wouldn't know. But guess what? But guess what though, brother? Hey, wait, before you leave, I want to show you something. I want to show you something real quick. But I just want to kind of dialogue with him for a second. All right, give me that in Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
So an ox, you know what an ox is? Yeah, it's like the cousin of a cow, right? It's a very dumb animal. Would you agree? All right, watch this.
And the ass his master's crib.
A jackass, it's not the smartest animal, but he know how to get home. Read.
But
Israel, meaning God's chosen people, the people on this side, read,
doth not know.
They don't know their nationality. Read.
My people doth not consider.
They don't consider that black is just a color in the crayon box. I just asked this brother, is there a language called black? Is there a landmass called black? And it's not. But you want to know why we don't think about that? Because God's people, the Israelites, do not consider.
Bring it out.
You understand what I'm saying? So I just gave you who you are pretty much in a nutshell, right? Because that was Israel that wouldn't know, right? So what would that make you? All right? Watch this. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Well, I'm going to break this down real slow for you, all right? I'm going to break this down real slow for you. Yeah, we'll start right there.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So God told his chosen people, if you don't listen to my voice, read.
To observe to do all his commandments.
To do what he asks us to do, read.
And his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So God said, if my people don't listen to me, curses gonna come upon them, right? Right? So who are God's chosen people in the Bible? This is talking about who? The Israelites, right? So let's try to match God's chosen people with the curses. Read.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Where you from? North Little Rock? What part? On the north side? North of here? Okay, watch this. Read this again.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
What does that mean, cursed should you be in the city? You got gangbang going on in your neighborhood. If you from the north side up there, you see what I'm saying? If you from up that way, you got gangbanging going on over there. Want to know why? Because my dad owned rental properties over there. Right? So am I lying? Read that part again.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Don't you got curses going on in your city? Don't we got druggies walking around? You got gang violence, poverty. You see what I'm saying? Is there good things that come from our neighborhoods? No. So what does that let you know? You fit that curse. Our people fit that curse. Who did these curses pertain to? The Israelites.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? You an Israelite. Watch this, read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So God said my people was going to be cursed in the fields. What nation of people went into slavery and had to work in slave fields? Was it white people? Was it Arab people? What type of people went in those fields? Black people, right? So who are the black people today? We are the Israelites. Watch this, read.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So my brother, are you familiar with slave history? You're not too familiar with it? Well, when we came over here on this side of the world, we came over here by what form of transportation, right? Boats. They took us on slave ships. This is real right here. You can check this out. We came over here on slave ships, my brother. You see that? So When it says your sons and daughters should be given into another people, when we left the continent of Africa, my brother, we left our family, we left our mothers, we left our fathers, right? And we were given into another people. Brother, you are a result of that. You see what I'm saying? So you seem like you gotta go, right? So check this out. Let me ask you this. How did we come over here on this side of the world? By what? Slavery, right? What form of transportation?
Cargo boat.
Was it a slave boat? Or was it a cruise boat? A slave boat, right? Do you think that's in the Bible?
Yes.
You would say that is in the Bible? It ain't a trick question. Watch this, read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So my brother, what does the word Egypt mean, young man? Young man, what does the word Egypt mean? Yeah. At first it was called Mizraim, right? A lot of our people don't know what the word Egypt actually means. Watch this, read this again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So God took us out of Egypt, right? We walked out of Egypt. So when it says he was going to bring us into Egypt again, it meant something, all right? But you must understand what it means. Give me that.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
So we finna get the definition of Egypt, my brother. Pay attention, all right? Pay attention, read.
Out of the house of bondage.
So the word Egypt means what? Bondage, right? What is bondage? Like slavery, right? Would you agree with that? The word, if you in bondage, you in chains, you in slavery, right? So what does the word Egypt mean? Slavery.
All of the enemy, them a go be a prey one day. Oh, what time for rise up, rise up. This are your kingdom of fall right now. Your time up, time up. This is the work of God. These are your kingdom reach to the stage of decadence. The water rise up and it's very evident. We come to claim our roots and take back our heritage. We were never savages, taken from the decayed state. No my kindred wake, meditating scriptures and increase with faith. While leading reach destruction await. Bind them kings with chain. Oh, what time to rise up, rise up. These are your kingdom of fall right now. Your time.
Hey, Shalom, Most High in Christ bless. This is Captain Immanuel. Subscribe to IUIC Arkansas on YouTube. First and foremost, scan that QR code. Follow us on all platforms to help us push this truth. Facebook, Instagram, X.com, TikTok, need I say more? Everything. Just type in IUIC Arkansas and hit the follow or subscribe button, all right? Most High in Christ bless.
All right, go back.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So when God said he was going to bring us into Egypt, he meant, I'm going to bring you into what? Slavery. But how?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Didn't you say cargo slave ships was in the Bible? God said we was going to come over here on slave ships.
That's right.
Right? Watch this, read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Meaning exactly how the Bible said it was going to happen. That's how it happened. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
It's talking about your homeland. Have you seen your homeland? No, sir, you have not. Read.
And there.
Meaning when you, it says, and there. Meaning when you got to the shores of America. When your ancestors came over here, what happened? Read.
Ye shall be sold.
You shall be what?
Sold.
I'm going to give you a little history. We were the first stocks and bonds on this side of the world. You know how people be paying for stocks, like you play the stocks, you play the bonds? We were the first stocks and bonds. People, humans, black people were the first stocks and bonds over here in America. So this Bible is true. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Oh, my friends.
Your enemies.
So God said the people that took us into slavery were our enemies. Read.
For bondmen.
That's a slave man.
And bondwomen.
And that's a slave woman. Read.
And no man shall buy you.
And nobody shall buy you, meaning what? Nobody was going to be able to redeem you out of the state that you're in. Just think about it. You ever heard of Martin Luther King? Was he able to save us? No. What about Malcolm X? Well, he was kind of like Martin Luther King, but you got to read up on Malcolm X. He was trying to stand up for his people. But just like the scriptures say, he wasn't able to redeem us because we had to go through certain things. And also, that had to happen during that time. You want to know why that had to happen during that time? So people like you can learn. You understand what I'm saying? That fit this exactly. You ever heard of Marcus Garvey? Name a black leader that you know about. You can't think of none. They all been shot and killed.
Bring it out.
Do you understand what I'm telling you? This is Bible prophecy. Now let me ask you this. Where do you shop for food? Yeah, where do you shop for food? Like groceries or snacks or anything like that.
Eggs.
Right, where do you get that stuff from? Like the stores, right? Do we own any of these stores? No. Watch this. Read verse 48.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So God said you was going to have to serve your enemies. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
God sent them against his chosen people, which is us. Read.
In hunger.
In what?
Hunger.
So you just said wherever you shop from, your people don't own that store, right? Meaning your enemies own the places that you go shop for food. You see what I'm saying? God said you was going to have to go to them in hunger. Do we own Walmart? We don't own none of the gas stations. The Arabs, the Indians and the Arabs, guess what? They get grants to come over here. In our neighborhoods, we can't even get a grant. You can't even get a loan to own this type of stuff. Read.
And in thirst.
And in thirst. Water falls free from the sky. You drink Gatorade, Body Armor, any of that type of stuff. Do we own any of that? Most of us don't even have stocks in that type of stuff. But they use us to promote their brand. They use Marshawn Lynch. They use Michael Jordan. You see what I'm saying? Who's your favorite basketball player? Who? They use people like John Morant to promote their brand. Right? But we don't own any of that type of stuff, my brother. Watch this, read.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness, the clothes you got on. Do black people make that? Does it say made in black on your shirt? You see, the Bible is true. Read.
And in want of all things.
So if you want anything, your shoes, your socks, what you drink, what you eat, a birth certificate, a death certificate, a marriage license. If you want anything in this world, read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So the Bible says that these people was going to put a yoke of iron upon your neck, right? What is the yokes of iron that they put up on our necks? Okay, but it says iron. So think of it like a rope, but made of metal. What is that? So you can move it like a rope, right? But it's made of metal. What is that? Chains. Watch this. Look at this right here. This really happened. That's a chain. These are chains that was placed upon our necks. So when the Bible says they was going to put yokes of iron upon our neck, it was talking about chains. Right? You see this Bible is true. Read.
Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
So God sent a nation against us from very, very far away. You had Spain. You had Portugal. You had China. My brother. So who is this talking to? Who did this stuff happen to? Right. God is talking to who? Right here. The Israelites, right?
Yes, right.
Clearly, these things happen to us, right? So who are we? The Israelites.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to show you, my brother. You didn't know your nationality. You didn't know where you came from because you are an Israelite.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation in